So one of the nice things about Excel is that you can add different formatting options and customizations to make it actually look how you want your spreadsheet to look. So you can add font effects, such as font families and colors, cell effects, such as changing sizes and borders, text effects, like wrapping and alignment, other formatting options like changing things to currency values, and then conditional formatting. So if you want to change your font options, you could select a set of cells, and your font options would be things like changing the font family here. You could change that to something else. There's font sizes here, bold, the font color here, and more font options here. If you wanted to change your cell effects, this fill color changes the background color of those cells, so you could change that to whatever you like. There's border options here. You could set different types of borders on these, such as having all borders on them. And you can change the border colors and styles here. If you wanted to merge cells, such as this one, so that it spans all the way across, you would select the cells you want to merge and click the merge option there. And now you can see all the borders between A1 and D1 got erased, and this just spans across all of them. And there's also alignment options here. If you wanted to change values into a different format, such as currency, you could select the cells you want to change and select from this drop down here. And this would change all of this into a dollar value. Be careful when you're changing the format though. Sometimes that changes how functions will interact with the information. So if you change things to decimals, you might start losing values. And if you change something that's not a date into a date, it might do weird things. So just be careful what you're changing them to. Lastly, we'll talk a second here about conditional formatting. Sometimes you might like a cell to display differently depending on certain conditions, such as if it's above 0 or below 0. And you can do that with the conditional formatting option. For example, if I wanted to make these colors change based on if they were above or below 100, I could select them. Go to the conditional formatting option here. Select highlight cell rules, greater than, and I could pick format all cells that are greater than 100 with one of these options. So I could do green fill with dark green text. So since this number is greater than 100, it takes that condition and formatted it as green. And if I wanted to set less than 100 as another color, I just do the same thing. I select them, go conditional, highlight cell rules, less than. And if it's less than 100, I'll make it red. So I could change one of these values to a smaller number, and that makes it red. Or I could change one of these values to a larger number, and that would make it green. And that's how conditional formatting works.